We're recording now.
Leonard Cohen once said, "I wish I could say everything in one word. I hate all the things that can happen between the beginning of a sentence and the end." And it's just so true that while we all have our noble intentions to say our minds, to speak our heart, the whole cultural legacy of our words come crashing in with them. I want to say some truth, but even as the thoughts form into words, they betray me. And so, poetry, just like Cohen sang it. A subdued hallelujah, or Trudeau, you better do something faster. The ghost of Gordania is gonna come and kick your ass. Teachers! Hope, they say, is the last refuge of the defeated, and while I can't speak for everyone, as someone who will speak to what I might as well be almost everyone, I refuse. I refuse and I resist and I rebel, and I am more than the sum of these parts. Dearly departed, we are here today because of your sacrifices, your mistakes, your self-interest, and your greed and hunger and ignorance. It's not a reason, they're not excuses. That's just some reality dished up cold. In that cold winter of discontent, you turned away from those who might have been our friends. And now the legacy of pain that has been poured down through their scarred DNA, and we, settlers' children, are left with our own inevitable guilt. To be or not to be doesn't even come close to asking the right question. To suffer in emotional slings, the arrows loaded with the poison that we awkwardly shot back for our outrageous fortunes, there's the rub. The waters are black and the women are murdered and missing, and we, the privileged, undersigned, to hereby take some responsibility. As teachers, we do inherit this rightful burden, have to learn right listening, be history's mediators. It's watching you, you know. Rise above while still not deny our ancestors' complicity. Trust me, just because they didn't know better doesn't make it right. I resist, I refuse, I rebel against a system that hasn't caught up with why or where or why we are here. School is a verb, not a noun. Teachers are wary. Captain, oh captains, my captains, make no mistake that we are meant to take back the future like the gift to our children it was meant to be, because that's why it's called the present. You can't unwrite history, but you can play your part in asking all the questions of the ghosts and call them to answer. Use your teacher voice. I said, use your teacher voice against all forms of wanton excess and violence, ignorance and prejudice and envy and anger. Bleed truth. Be a saint. Give thanks for this land and sky and mean it. Hallelujah. I refuse to appropriate, but the healing of truth is also a reconciliation with our far back past. Our pagan gods and sacred groves and ancestors, before they were forced to be cruel colonizers against their will, is as well also worth recouping. I resist this world as inherited and falsely assumed to be aligned with my deep roots of nature worship. I know the names of the seasons and the winds, rivers and trees as well as in my cells, and there's more between us than what divides us, and I will undo this treason as well. I rebel with thoughtfulness and compassion and presence of mind, for this earth is as much mine as it is not, and I give thanks to the knot of life that weaves us all together, sun and land and sky, that I rose to meet at birth and will love and respect till death comes and does me as well. For Freya, for Glooskap, for Nishnabé, for Tu, and for Thos, and for Gitchimanadu, and for all the Picts and Crees and Passamaquoddy and Celts, for all our relations.